All right, good evening, good evening. Hope everybody doing good. We're gonna get started in about one more minute. Let's see, get everybody in. Let me know in the chat box everybody can hear me good. Make sure everybody can hear me good. We're gonna get started. Let's see. All right. Hope everybody been having a blessed weekend. Let me know in the chat box how your weekend been. Um, let's see, we get everybody in. Everybody been having a blessed weekend. Got a few got our trade school students on the call tonight. This is an open call, so feel free to invite family and friends as well. You haven't been on this call before, this is our weekly planning call. Do this call on Sundays, go over the plan for the week. Also, all major events that could potentially affect the market this week. So we try to make sure we cover all that on one call on Sundays. That's cool. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I ain't gonna hold anybody up tonight. I know tonight is Sunday night, and we got a long week this week. It's gonna be a very eventful week. I was looking at stuff I was looking at stuff today, and it might this week might end up being a fundamental week as well. We're gonna see how things unfold. But the crazy the crazy part about it is this news that came out about Russia. Um, Granted, it looks like they stopped it. They brokered a deal. But headlights right now, pretty much global wise, is on Russia. So gonna see how that play out over the rest of the week. Something else might transpire from that. We're gonna see. But the crazy part about it is, back here in what year is now 2023? It was 2022. Um, in the report around this time was a time where you starting to get crazy geopolitical events and hints of war and stuff like that. So I'm saying that because a lot of events that happen throughout the year, you know, when it come about, I don't really be that phased about it because a lot of stuff really be scripted. The only way be scripted is all part of a cycle. Like you guys are gonna see next month, July. July gonna be wild, but you see some things gonna pop up in the news in July, and then we're gonna be on the call like, hey, we already kind of knew this was probably gonna happen. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening in July, and September, and October. So just be mindful that it's just all flow along. But anyways, besides that, what we got in the headlines this week so far. Let's see. Besides the Russia thing, we have a stress test coming up for the banks. That's gonna be on Wednesday. So, but they're pretty much gonna be the results. So that'll be pretty much after hours. But we already know how the banks have been performing these. We've had a lot of banks fail. So I think this particular set of bank stress tests are going to be a little bit more strict from what I was reading. So that possibly have more of a after effect next week and the weeks after versus this week. But I'm sure the market probably react overnight on Wednesday off some of the results. But we'll talk about that as the week goes on. But let's get into the economic calendar right quick. Let's see what we got news wise on the calendar. So Monday, we don't really have anything per se affecting us on tomorrow. So we're good for tomorrow news wise. Let me see. Tuesday, we got durable goods orders. All that will be 7:30 in the morning. So that won't be anything per se affecting us during our regular morning trading. So we do have new home sales report month on month. That's gonna be out on Tuesday morning. That's gonna come out at 9 a.m. So this particular report should spark some volatility going into after the first 30 minutes of the market opening. So this report right here should spark some volatility because all your keep in mind all your new home sales report. You got three different kinds. You got new home sales, you got existing home sales, and you got pending home sales. All three of those reports are pretty much high news reports, high data reports. So those are actually spark some volatility in the market. So let's keep that in mind as we go about the week. But for Tuesday, pretty much, we just had that right there. The first, that'd be right at 9. So that should spark some good movement for us on Tuesday. Now, Wednesday, I'm gonna let you guys know about Wednesday. So Wednesday, we got trade balance. That's gonna be at 7:30 in the morning. But then we're gonna have Powell speaking right at opening bell at 8:30. Now, we also have Europe Central Bank president, which is very important too, as well, because Europe, their session will be closing and close to that time, so it's still active. So their central bank president is going to be speaking. So he moves the market as well, especially if he does something during European session. We always try to make sure we pay attention when he has a speech that actually moves the market too. So you got two kind of important people got speeches on Wednesday. Now, then he turned around, he has another one at 10 on Wednesday. And then the bank stress test is going to be after hours on Wednesday. Now, I probably won't, I'm just letting everybody know now, Wednesday is for most people, probably is a non-trading day for a lot of people. But I know for a fact, I probably won't trade at all Wednesday. And then the teams, I probably won't portion any type of trades or any outlook on anything until afternoon on Wednesday, because number one thing is Powell speaking at 8:30. Last week that joker spoke for 2 hours. He spoke all the way from 9 to 11. So that's pretty much our whole session. So he spoke the whole time. And then, you don't want to be trading doing that, because it's gonna be the market just gonna be moving back and forth. Because just same way, if me and you having a conversation, I'm not going to cut you off and tell me everything you need to tell me. I'm not gonna cut you off. Period. I'm gonna let you tell me everything that you tell me, because number one, when you're having a conversation with somebody, or even you listen to somebody speak, you don't do what? You don't jump to conclusions. We might be talking about one thing, you trying to break it down to me, then I'll miss the whole point by giving you my outlook of it. That's not how you do it when you talk to people or you listen to somebody talk about something. So the market's the same way. They're gonna let him say what he need to say, and then when he get finished, their process. I like what he said. I don't care what he said. This is what we're gonna do. That's how they operate. So the market is not going to make a decision on any direction, regardless if he said anything positive or negative. The market is not going to make any decision on it until he's finished. So on Wednesday, we don't know how long he's going to talk. Last week he talked for 2 hours. So yeah, so Wednesday, I would say stay away for a majority of the morning. And if you just happen to have Wednesday in your trading plan to trade, do it after the noon period, because let Europe Central Bank president, he got speech at 10. We don't know how long he's going to talk either. So let him do what he do. Let Power do what he do. And then when all that's done with, enter the market. Let me know in the chat box about this. So here's the thing. A lot of people just go in and just trade, not take consideration of stuff like this. Then they get mad and wonder why the market doing what it's doing. Then they think they doing something wrong, when in reality, you just had bad time. Let me know in the chat box, everybody understand. It is very mindful to pay attention to that and position yourself around it, because a majority of the trade school students last week, I had them trade during when Powell was speaking, so they can see that, hey, we don't do that while speech is going on. They took more setups than normal because the market was doing everything. Now, granted, they made money, but they had to fight for it. So I wanted them to see that, hey, is it worth it having to fight for it versus taking something that's going to be straightforward? When you always get it straightforward when you're done. So a lot of people don't take it out of their schedule to see what's going on and plan around it. So that's why, I like to do this call, so we can plan around things. So on Wednesday, if it's a trading day for you, cool, plan around it. Trade afternoon on Wednesday. That way you had to worry about no back and forth anything. Okay. Let me know in the chat box. Everybody understand. Make sure everybody understand that. I want to make sure everybody understands how and why you maneuver around certain things. That keeps you from, you know, blowing your account, risking your capital, during times in which you can't avoid. So that's that for Wednesday. Thursday, what we have Powell. I see it's accurate. How the word this man got a speech at 1:30 in the morning. I'm gonna go back and double check that because I did remember seeing something on Twitter about he had a speech on Wednesday and Thursday, but I didn't see it on here, but I see it now. But unless they had put the time wrong on my FS book, I'm gonna check another source when we get off the call. But the Thursday we have initial jobs claims, which is regular Thursday news. But we also have GDP quarter on quarter. On the GDP for quarter one for the first quarter, we're reporting on Thursday morning at 7:30. Then we have pending home sales gonna come out at 9 o'clock on Thursday. So we good on Thursday for our regular trading period because all that news is gonna happen before opening. Well, some of it gonna happen before opening bell, and the other two pending home sales reports that happen right at 9. So we still gonna be good on Thursday. It's just Wednesday I'll be more particular about. Friday, let's see, Friday, we got price index, got personal income, personal spending. This be in Chicago PMI. All that gonna be at for opening bell. So pretty much all this week, news wise, is good. We're gonna be okay trading wise, other than I'll just be more particular on Wednesday because we got all our speeches pretty much gonna be during the morning time on Wednesday. But other than that, let's get to the calendar. Let's see. Today is the 25th. Sunday. Let's go to Monday. Monday, June 26th. Let's see if we have any special days for this particular week. Okay, we just had the day with special days to buy. Okay, cool. And we are in our bullish predictable days this particular week. Okay, cool. Now, also the fact that we are in our bullish predictable days this week, be mindful of end of the month selling as well. When we get closer to the end of getting closer to 30th and 31st, just keep that in mind. We tend to experience end of the month selling going into a new month each and every month. So just keep that in mind too. But tomorrow, Monday, June 26th, 2023, we got a dip buy opportunity, first quarter moon, last Monday of the month, positioning, afternoon trading, high probability. So same scenario we implement on Monday. We always look for shorts coming in on Monday, then followed by a dip buy. So I know you guys probably like he don't be lying when he be talking about, hey, Monday, Thursdays, the market tends to do the same thing. Yeah, they do, because think about it. Like I said, each week I said, if they're gonna buy anything, like they buying something every freaking week, but either way it go, they're not gonna buy it at the highest price, are they? No. If you knew XYZ store always have a sale on Monday, and then why would you go on Friday and buy for the highest price? Let me know in the chat box. Would you do that? If you know your favorite store always have a sale on Monday, whatever you want, why would you go buy it on Friday when you can wait till Monday to go buy it and get it at a lower price? Would that make sense? Let me know in the chat box. Market operated the same way. They're gonna get it cheaper on Mondays. So you always anticipate. You always anticipate a short. I always anticipate a drop, then a dip buy when they turn around and buy the assets they need. So it's not a coincidence when you come in on Monday, then you see selling, then you see by the end of the day the market moving up. It's not a coincidence. It's the same flow. It's a norm. It's a cycle. So that's the reason why we have it on our calendar on Mondays. Look for shorts coming in on Mondays, followed by a dip buy. Always. So let's think about it. Your favorite store always have a sale on Mondays. If you know Bath and Body Works gonna have a sale on candles, talking to the ladies on the call. If Bath and Body Works have a sale on candles on Monday, every Monday, Why would you go buy them candles on Friday? Why would you go buy them on Friday? Everybody gonna be there on Monday getting them good smelling candles. But Tuesday, June 27th, 2023, we have a take profit bias. Color code green though. Set stops or take profits on green trades. Check economic calendar. We don't have that much news on there Tuesday, but consumer confidence, new home sales reports may move the market if worse than expected. So we were gonna be mindful of that new home sales report, just the home sales reports in general that's coming out this week, my bad. So I want to say that report gonna come out at 9 a.m. Central. So just be mindful of that when you get ready to do your trading on Tuesday. The outcome of those particular reports, good or bad, that's definitely gonna move the market. So you have a heads up on that. So Tuesday, definitely take that in consideration. Color code green, you can look for selling followed by some buying. Okay. So that's make sure everybody know when you have the words take profit in the report, it pretty much it's telling you look for selling. But if it's color code green, it's also telling you look for buying. So when I first came to DCG back here in 2020, and Jamar had gave me the report, I asked him all type of questions on how to read this thing. So the way he explained it to me, the way he always instructed me on how to read the report, if it has a take profit bias, but it has a color code green, you're looking for sales first, then you're looking for the buying. So pretty much Tuesday be pretty much the same scenario like we got for Monday. We look for the profit taking, we look for the selling first, then we look for the buying. Let me know in the chat box if I understand. So Monday and Tuesday, pretty much we'll have the same, pretty much buyers look for shorts, look for selling first, then we look for buying. So pretty much same scenario on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, you got neutral, color code red, neutral. Today, based on unexpected news, manipulated Wednesday, whack Wednesday. We already know how we're gonna do Wednesday. Wednesday, we're gonna have Mr. Loud Lot. He's gonna be speaking, he's gonna be talking. So we know how long he's gonna run his mouth. So we're just gonna let it be what it is. Then if you just so happen to trade on Wednesday, like we said, it's trade after the noon period. So everybody who got something to say but got that out of the way, then you can take care of your business. So Wednesday, treat it like that. But if you know Wednesday is not part of your trading plan, if you don't trade on Wednesday, go enjoy your day. Go have fun on Wednesday. Thursday, June 29th, 2023, we have a bullish bias. Keep in mind, like we said, we have initial jobs claims, as well as GDP. They're gonna be coming out as well, which is very important. They'll be coming out on Thursday morning around 7:30 a.m. Central. So yeah, all that should be better than expected. Bullish buy on Thursday, June. So let me talk about that for a second. Now, I had somebody ask me a question about it. I want to say it was last week. Wednesday night, I was having a calendar Wednesday night short into Thursday morning. So we tend to get selling into Thursday morning because we have poor news on Thursday morning. So it's not a coincidence. Monday and Thursday pretty much be your same buys. Look for selling coming in, followed by a dip buy. So we'll look for that on Thursday again. On top of that, we have two big data reports coming out. You have initial jobs claim and GDP coming out on Thursday. So we definitely could see some selling going into those particular reports on Thursday. Then if it's good or bad, we either see some extended selling, if it's bad, and then we'll see a dip buy afterwards. If it's good. So Thursday pretty much be simple. Look for shorts coming in because you tend to get your Wednesday night short in Thursday morning news. Then you look for a dip buy after the market open on Thursday. So pretty much Thursday is simple. Monday is simple. It has the same bias. So each and every week, I always treat Monday and Thursday the same. Friday, June 30th, we have a bullish bias. Core pricing index comes out, like we mentioned. Expect shorts closing, midday reversals, short squeeze, traditional markets, crypto trends stay in place last day of the month. On Friday, set stops in the close. So on Friday, since we have a bullish bias, then it's the end of the month. So I'm gonna say this Friday. I'm still gonna expect some selling on Friday because it's the end of the month. Okay. So we tend to always experience end of the month selling. So I'm not gonna rule that out. I'm still gonna bullish bias for Friday. I'm still gonna anticipate shorts on Friday because it's the end of the month. Okay, so let's treat it like that. Let's look for shorts on Friday, followed by bullish activity. Keep in mind end of the month selling. Let me know in the chat box if everybody understand. You should put that on your calendar as well when you get to the last few days of the month. Anticipate end of the month selling because you always get selling going into a new month. You always get selling going into a new quarter. So those are 2 periods you always get selling. You always get selling going into a new month. You always get selling going into a new quarter. So it's not a coincidence why the first day of the month always tend to be bullish. Let me know in the chat box if everybody understand. Everything flows in a cycle. Okay, everything flows in a cycle. So it's not a coincidence that you'll get buying at the beginning of the month. You always seem to get end of the month selling. You always get selling going into a new month, selling going into a new quarter. But other than that, let's look at a few more things right quick. I'm gonna turn it over to Brandon. So July is coming up. July report should be out probably what first or the probably the second, no, on the third. Probably come out on the 3rd of July. So we're gonna have a couple of things in here that's gonna play out for us for July, but letting you guys know about that. But let's see. He probably have it historically, Mr. Ray. Historically, those dates probably been a bullish date. But to keep in mind, though, statistics, data, it runs for a certain period, but you never want to rule it out, though. You never want to rule it out. Keep in mind, we ain't Jesus, can't turn water and wine. Everything ain't set in stone. Let's keep that in mind. If it was, then everybody probably had this thing. All right, let's see. So a couple early plays I want to go over first before we come into July. And we always try to position early for it because we don't want to miss it. So I was looking at this on what was the day of Sunday. I look at this on Friday. So 2 areas I'm looking at on coin, and it's still gonna be in the report. It's still gonna be on the report. You know what? I forgot. I got my I ain't gotta do this. All right. One play we want to look at, or 2 plays actually we want to look at coming into July. But I'm gonna give you guys a resource that we're gonna follow too, because we want to keep tabs on the fundamentals. Okay. Now, data wise, historically, what we normally do, we normally short corn and soybean going to their new crop contracts. They normally short in July. Okay. So what we normally do is we anticipate a short and we'll take puts on it until like August. So, but this year is gonna be we want to monitor the fundamentals on it. I'm gonna give you a Twitter source as well. We want to monitor the fundamentals on it because when it comes to commodities, granted, you can play the cycle, but you got to keep in mind of weather conditions when it comes to commodities. Now, when it comes to summer crops, you have to pay more attention to things like drought and stuff like that. So when you have things like drought that can mess with a crop and mess with the supply and demand of it, you have a drought, then you plant a crop, then it ain't raining, it ain't growing, then you end up having a shortage. Then they increase the demand because you got a shortage. That'll send the price higher. So I'm looking at corn at these 2 particular swing points. 2810, let me move it right. 2805, and the current one, where is it right now? 2710. So if it continues to move higher, this be my next area that I'm gonna be looking for it to bounce off of. But we're gonna look at it this week and see if it holds at this area at 27.10. If it bounces out 27.10, I might start to entertain scaling into some puts. But if it continue to break, if it break that particular area and go higher to 28.05, I'm gonna hold off on it and wait. Reason why is because let me go back to, I'm show y'all a source. I'm gonna give it to you as well. Follow Karen on Twitter because let me give y'all her what you call it. I'm telling, I'm gonna give y'all her phone number, son. Let me give y'all her Twitter handle. Let's see. I'm posting in the chat box. Follow her on Twitter because she one of the. I follow her on Twitter because she's one of the main sources that posts a lot of the stuff about commodities, like news wise. As you can see right here, she tweeted back here on the 22nd, which is another reason why I've been retweeting a lot of her tweets because it's explaining why corn has been freaking shooting up so high. It been rocketing all July, all June. But here's some of the reasons why. 64% of U.S. corn areas were in drought as of Tuesday. It's up from 57% a week earlier. So it's increasing. It's increasing. The number of areas that are in drought is increasing, which is not a good thing, which means that, if it's severe drought, the severe drought coverage is jumping, it's getting bigger and bigger. It means a lot of farmers is not producing corn. I know the same thing too. Well, let me just tell you from this standpoint, a lot of rain and no rain is a bad thing for corn. So a lot of people probably think a lot of rain is good for a lot of crops, but a lot of rain is bad for corn per se. Because I know every year we plant corn and it rains a lot, it has a lot of worms. So it still ain't a good thing. But when it don't rain, it has a growth stud, so it don't grow as much. So too much rain and no rain is bad when it comes to grains. Then you had to deal with issues with mold, bugs, and everything then. But follow Karen on Twitter. And I'm gonna be following her too because definitely want to pay attention to that because if we start to get those particular areas in the Midwest, per se, where pretty much where a lot of that is grown, Iowa and all that, starts getting more rain and they get out of this drought, then we can potentially see that short. But we want to make sure we time it out and be paying attention to the news on it. Okay, we're not gonna just jump in it and short it, then the corn keep on going up. Just want to make sure we pay attention to the news on that. If we ever start seeing a decrease in this, then we know that the time is coming up for it. Let me know in the chat box, everybody understand. That's a lot of people ignore small stuff. This is like one of the small things that you pay attention to. So make sure you're paying attention to that before we take that short on that. But we're gonna keep everybody up to date on that as the month of July go on, because we're still gonna. This is one of our good plays that we normally take. Corn and soybean. It's fun. Make good money off of it pretty much from July all the way to about October. We say two different type of market cycle plays on it. We make good money off of it. So we definitely want to make sure we pay attention to the weather part of it though. So that way we not getting in, make sure our timing is right. Okay. All right, cool. But Mr. Brandon, how you doing today, sir? How you doing today?
Hey man, what's going on? What's going on? How you doing? I saw that you're starting your water fast, so I actually just cooked off some hard-boiled eggs to get one of my meals prepped for the week. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you ain't doing the water fast?
Dude, it's hard to do the water fast. I mean, I go to the gym, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You can go to the gym and do water fast.
Yeah, right. You're wild. I need that protein for that energy. Nah, but on another note, bro, I did.
You got it.
I said on another note, I weighed. I stepped on the scale Saturday and I was 282. I haven't been this light since before both my kids were born over 6 years ago. So January 4th, I started at 328. So in 5 months, I'm down like 46 pounds.
Hey, congratulations, bro. You killing it, man. Hey, you
Hey,
killing it.
absolutely.
I
So
want everybody on this call to know. Hey, we want everybody on this call to know. You know, when you set your goal, like Brandon just said, he set a goal and he worked toward it, prepared for it each and every day. You're gonna get the results. All you gotta do is just keep going. And they're right, bro. Just keep going. So you're gonna get the results. Congratulations, bro. That's a good feeling, man. I know you feel good. You got even more energy. I know you feel good.
yeah, well, what's real crazy is like, I mean, obviously I like to go to the gym and lift weights, but I haven't really lost any of my strength. So it's like, man, that's crazy. A lot of people lose as much as I did, and they won't be able to put up what they could before, you know. But real quick, anyway, like a lot of my shirts I was going to get rid of. I was like, no, I'm not going to get rid of them, and they all fit me again. You know what I'm saying? So we're good.
Hey,
But
some people give up, bro. Some people give up and they just like, I never wear these clothes again. They just, matter of fact, the preacher was talking about that this morning. But and some people throw them away, give them away or whatnot. But if you know that, hey, I can get back to where I was and you work toward, you know, when that satisfaction that you get when you put them back on, even if you did it, even if it was 10 years ago, it's worth it. Is it worth it? Do you feel like it's worth
oh, it's definitely worth it. So I mean, kind of like Jamara preaches. I mean, it is a lifestyle. So it's like it's not nothing where you could be like, well, if I'm gonna do this for 2 weeks and then go back to my old style, because like my problem is I love carbs. You know what I'm saying? So I eliminated all carbs and all sugar, and I mean I still eat 4 meals a day, but it's more lean proteins and like the fats and nuts. You know what I'm saying? So everything's definitely a lot more healthier. But my biggest thing, um, it is like a lifestyle, and I had to learn how to control my portioning. So when I go back to eating like a normal diet, I will incorporate a normal foods again, but it's all about portions. And in the end, I mean, it's basic principles of input versus output. If you're putting in less than you're outputting, you're always going to maintain or lose a little bit. I mean, and it kind of goes
it?
right into
Right.
trading and kind of what we do here. So like trading is just like the diet, you know. Each meal you do, it's like a trade. You know, if you win more trades than you lose, your account's happy and you're dialing into your plan. And that's kind of where we pick up with the weekly hit list. You know, like every Sunday,
Yes, sir.
some people's like, oh man, I want to make a 1,000,001%. It's like, well, everyone does, but realistically, if you focus on the slow and steady aspect and you capitalize on those 10 to 30% ROI winners, man, you're gonna crush it. Just like my meals in each day. I got 4 meals each day. If I hit my goals and do what I'm supposed to do, I mean, in the end, you're going to win. You know what I'm saying? So let's hey, we all crushing it. We all rock stars. Let's keep doing what we're doing. And I just wanted to pop in here and
Yes,
bless you guys
sir.
with the weekly hit list for this week. So this week, I'm looking at CMCSA, which is Comcast. I'm looking at TTWO. I'm looking at Spotify, which is SPOT, and I'm looking at Uber for calls. Mike's going to give you guys a trading view charts for the alerts, but what I'm looking for is I'm looking for them to break the 100% fib level on Friday, tomorrow, and if they don't do it tomorrow, then I'll readjust and I'll want to take a breakout on Monday's 100% fib level, which will be the same thing as the high of the day, right? You do that, use proper risk management. You're going to win a lot more than you lose. Last week, for everyone, me and Mike, we got a couple messages. Some people even messaged us both. It was wild and saying how happy they were that they won a couple trades. And I'm just like, look, it's a numbers game. We do 6 or 8 trades every single week. Don't be greedy because we get new trades every single Sunday, you know. And unfortunately, some of them don't ever alert, and that's totally fine. So don't take the trades just to take them. But those are for the calls, right? On the flip script, if some crazy news comes out, these stocks, in my opinion, are relatively weak. I have CME, I have KO, and I have SQQQ for puts. I'll be taking Friday's 0% fib, which is the low of the day. I'll wait for that to break. If it does, I'll take it. And tomorrow, if those 3 alerts never trigger, then I'll readjust my alerts Monday night and wait for Tuesday. If you do that and you shoot for 10 to 30% to go risk free, I personally, this is what I do, and I have about an 87% win rate, right? I buy 2 weeks of time, so not this Friday. I'll buy next Friday's expiration, and I will put a trail stop limit in place. So when my trade goes up 10% ROI, I am then going in like a 7-8% ROI trail stop. That is a risk-free trade. That means I cannot take a loss on that trade. If you do that, my average winners over the course of a very long extended time, it is about a 23-24% ROI winner. And over time, the losers, we are going to lose. You're going to use the previous day's high or low as a stop out. And you take a loss, your average loss will be about 20-21%. So if you're winning 8 or 9 out of 10 trades, you could see how very profitable that is. So let's make some money. Let's have fun doing it this week. And I'm in the office working on the report for July. There's definitely a lot of setups playing out, and I'm ready to keep the train rolling. So appreciate you, Mike, for letting me come on tonight and giving the weekly hit list off. And hey, let's do what we do best. Let's collect our green bags and let's treat ourselves. But that's everything I got, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Congratulations again. Hey, and just like Brandon said, you guys, the weekly hit list come out each and every Sunday. Don't be greedy. You're gonna get more than enough plays each and every Sunday. Take advantage of through the week. On top of that, in the report, Brandon also puts even more plays in here for for the whole month. So next month, well, I want to say you want to do it for July or August, Brandon. Let me know. I don't want to tell them the wrong thing. July, August, you want to introduce something different? Let me know. I don't want to tell them the wrong thing.
Yep. So we actually got something we're working on right now. We're gonna try our hardest to initiate it for July, but me and Mike, we've been talking and we're like, how can we break things down and make things even more easier than what they already are? So if we get a couple comments in the box, but wait till after we say it, let me know your guys' thoughts. What if me and Mike came together and we compiled a Oracle report, right, on a specific stock? So what that means is we will go back about 30, 40 years and we'll compile a study. Let's say, for instance, we have SPY. What if we knew that SPY historically was strong in the month of July, which it was, and then we figure out on average, like the Oracle report is made, we have, long story short, we have specific days that we're expecting to have more bullish or bearish days. Obviously, we want to get in on the bearish days for our call plays, and then we could break it down to see if we see any characteristics for the specific day and time to look to get into those trades. If you guys think that could benefit you, put a DCG in the box right now, and we're going to try our hardest to get it ready for July. Worst case scenario, it'll be for August, but I see the DCGs coming in, Mike. I know Mike's smiling. We're going to have to get in the office and get this project finished. You know what I'm saying? So we got ourselves in a hole now. You know what I'm saying? So the plan is this. The plan is for all of us to, like I said, just watch one stock, and that way we can pretty much assure that we have insanely high probability to make money. So on top of what we do for the report, we'll still continue this. Up top, we'll have the same stocks. If you took these ones, all the calls played out. A couple of them, like Tesla, you could have made 400 or 500% return this month if you held it all the way up. But once again, we're looking to go risk free, which you could have on all of these. And we kind of go over that on Tuesday a little bit more in depth of how to specifically trade them. And hey, we just want to keep doing it. But on top of what we have here, the leaps, slow term stocks, shares for you guys to trade. You have the retirement shares. These are the stocks you want to buy with your profits, and up top are the shorter term stocks. Next page, we'll have another addition to it where you guys already put the DCGs in the box. We're going to have just one stock. We're going to be dialed in, and we're going to knowing the highest probability times to take these plays each and every month. So I'm looking forward to it. Mike's like, man, we're going to make a lot of people happy. And it's like, hey, it's about collecting our green bags, having fun, and onward and forward. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we don't got a choice now. Let's get it done, Mike.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, appreciate you, bro. We're gonna do that. We're gonna try to see, can we get that done this week? I mean, Brandon was talking about, can we do it in like a heat map format? So that way it'd be easier to read in more of a heat map format. With the days of days of the month. Miss Tracy, I want to say, I know it's a digital copy of it now. I know it's a digital copy of it. So be check your email. I want to say it gets sent out in both ways, mail and digital copy for the people who subscribe. Okay. So, but if you haven't seen anything in email, make sure you hit up with Let. Hit up with Let, and she will double check that for you. Okay. But I know it's a digital format one too that comes in through
Hey,
email.
Mike.
I know they started doing that months ago. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we used to get the mail-in report, but I think they did stop that. I think 2 months ago,
Stop
and the
that.
reason why is a lot of people that was getting the mail reports. Over half the people would end up getting their actual report on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, maybe a week after the first trading month. So to prevent that from people getting the
Okay.
report late, I think we did the digital copy emailed out, but it's also in the back office of the DCG Elite IO for everybody. So you can just go down there and download it and print it out so you have it before the first. All right.
Awesome. I think he had cut out. I'm saying he had cut out. I'm mute him again. Yeah, okay. Okay, Mr. Parker and Brandon said it's in the this yearly. Okay, cool. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I wonder why I ain't got none in the mail. I was meaning to ask him about it. I ain't seen that in the mail. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right. So, all right, let me mention one more thing to appreciate you again, Brandon. Appreciate you again, Brandon. Um, let me mention one more thing too. Let me go back out. So trade school starts on the what day? Okay, Sunday. Trade school started on the 2nd and 3rd of July. Now, July is the 1 year anniversary for the trade school. Okay. So I'm letting our DCG members know on this call, if you got any family and friends, let me, Jamar, and us know so we can get them in the trade school for July. I'm doing something special for July. So if you got family and friends, let us know and we can get them get them on board for July. July is gonna be special. It's gonna be the 1 year anniversary. We're gonna do it big. We're gonna do it big. We're gonna have fun. So July as well, you know, we're gonna have a lot of new. Well, I guess you can say, I guess a lot of fundamental things going on. So we definitely want to be prepared for, you know, the movement in the market in July. July, we also had a tech rally and stuff like that. So July is gonna be a very profitable month. July is gonna be one of those months where the market moves a lot. So just keeping everybody in tabs on that. Be paying attention to the news. If you haven't downloaded Twitter yet or using Twitter or made a Twitter account, I highly recommend you get on Twitter because I'm telling you, you're gonna catch a lot of the news early. Okay, so just let everybody know, be prepared for July. Um, July is gonna be a lot of movement in the market. There's gonna be a lot of opportunities. Just let everybody know so you won't be mad that you miss opportunities. Opportunities gonna be there. Okay. But trade school will start July 2nd or 3rd. If you got any family and friends, let us know. We'll get them in, we'll get them onboarded. They get to learn, they get to trade with us in the morning time, they get to have fun. Most important, they get to learn. So the right way. So they're gonna be all right. But other than that, I think Jamar is headed back to Vegas. I don't think he got home yet. So I don't think he on the call. Oh no, he ain't on the call. Okay. I know your dad had hit us up, Mr. Bray. If you can shoot the names, send them in the message, and I make sure I hit him back. And I talked to your dad yesterday. He was excited. So this should be the name, and I sent him a message. We'll get him in. But I know your dad was excited though. He put his picture in his trade secret group and everything. I said he's super excited. But yeah, we're gonna take advantage of this week coming in. Just keep in mind of the Wednesday, y'all. Just keep in mind for Wednesday. I'm putting stress on Wednesday because I don't want anybody to get caught up in that mess. Because if you paid attention to last week when going on, he talked literally 2 hours, and the market just went back and forth, back and forth. You had to fight for your money. So let's be smart about it. Let them finish. Then we go in and hit it after 12 o'clock noon central, and we just take care of the business then. But other than that, hey, I'm gonna give you guys y'all time back. Appreciate you, Brandon, for jumping on, blessing us with that information, and we're gonna keep on rocking and rolling. It's called World Stream Live to DCG. It's my personal Facebook page and a few other places as well. So you can always catch the replay there. Other than that, appreciate everybody. Y'all have a blessed night. If you have any questions, need anything, hesitate to reach out via messenger, me, Brandon, or Jamar. We'll take care of you. Hope you guys have a blessed night. Talk to you guys later.